Well, straight to the story in focus this week, Bangladesh election results. Country's election commission this week announced that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's alliance won the election with a thumping majority. This means a third straight term for her amid allegations from the opposition that the vote was rigged in her favor. In fact, even before polling began, many observers concluded that the vote would be a managed affair. It was clear to many that the ruling party would tilt the election process in its favor, utilizing some coercive mechanisms. The Awami League Party and its alliance ended up bagging 288 seats, leaving just 7 for the Jatiya Okya Front, the major opposition alliance led by the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, or the BNP. Unofficial results showed that there were constituencies where the ruling party won 99.9% of the votes and hardly any ruling party candidate lost the contest. What happened on December 30th clearly shows that Bangladesh has officially become a one-party state where elections take place, yet votes are not properly counted. Numerous opposition parties are allowed to exist, but are effectively rendered ineffective and barred from ever reaching power. A state where media is also censored. For now, maintaining status quo seems priority for Hasina. There are certainly at least 2 countries that are happy about the election result, China and India, both of which stand to benefit politically and economically with Hasina in power. Well, in today's edition, we talk about the results, their impact in Bangladesh and neighboring India and China. On the show is Shamsher Chaudhary, former Foreign Secretary. He joins me live from Dhaka. Thank you, sir. Parul Chandra, senior journalist, is with me here in the studio, and Major General Ashwini Sivach. Both of these journalists and defense experts, they have toured Bangladesh very, very recently. Parul, especially on assignment. Thank you, all of you, for joining me. Mr. Shamsher Chaudhary, starting with you first. Election results disappointing or just the reality in today's Bangladesh? How are you reading the election result?
I think by and large the results reflect the reality on the ground. Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister, has already been for 2 terms. This is her 3rd term running. The development agenda that she had put forward was really her main strength. On the other hand, the opposition looked a very mixed lot, no clear agenda or idea. It was being led by Dr. Kamal Hussain, who was the former Foreign Minister under Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. But this time he joined hands with the BNP, which has in its ranks people who were committed crimes during the 1971 War of Independence. And many of them have been tried. And
but what's the mood like? 288. That's really some number. And in the run-up to the election, there was a lot of controversy. There was violence as well. So how are the people of Bangladesh looking at this result that's now out?
But the fact that there has been no outpouring of anger except by the party that has lost the election shows that the people are going along with life, because the economic of it that has become the biggest strength for the government. I mean, if you go down to the rural areas, I was in a village all day yesterday, there was not a single muttering about the
right.
People are going about cutting their paddy and looking at looking after their poultry farms, and life was like normal. It's important for Bangladesh to have stability, and it was a participatory election.
Right.
The other very important factor of this...
All right, Mr. Chaudhary, do stay with me. I'll come back to you in just a bit. But Parul, violence, allegations of rigging, you've had, in a situation like this, credibility of a state takes a serious hit. How does Bangladesh get up and move on from these allegations? Internationally, this election was very closely watched as well. So everything is, most certainly out in the open.
Yes, right. You're right, Sana. There have been charges of the elections not being fair and free. In fact, while I was in Dhaka just a few days ago, a lot of people were raising this issue whether the elections in Bangladesh would be free and fair. Now that has been a question that has been raised by many sides.